This show, this past episode is exactly why I need to be on this platform because once again, I am vindicated. Once again, I am right. And once again, I told y'all how so.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you. On you, on you. Want you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
If you want to see extended videos, exclusive content, including story times and more, subscribe to my Patreon. If you want to stay engaged and keep up with my commentary, follow me on Twitter. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to schedule you a personal reading today.
Hey, baby.
So how are you with Leah?
I'm okay. I probably, outside of me and Karen, I'm probably the only one that's trying to give her a chance. Yeah. But she's lying, so who cares? We all know she's lying. You called her a liar. I never have called her a liar. Stand in your truth. Are we done? Can we get the mic, my love?
How old is Living?
I don't know. That's my sister's friend.
That's wait.
Ex-friend.
Is she your sister's friend?
Are you lost? Are you lost?
She's not your friend.
Are you
She's
lost?
not your friend.
Are you lost?
So why are you announcing her at your daughter's sister she's at?
That was no.
When I think of a Nigerian woman who is not only filled with tradition but also the modern world, I think of Levy. You are cultural, but you are still Western, and I love that about you.
Oh, she was there?
Oh my God.
What's going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka Cha 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 Chi Chi. And listen, we are back for another recap, Chi-Cat, whatever you want to call her. Baby, I told y'all, Wendy is lying. I told y'all that Wendy is lying. I said it episode 1 of season 8. I said it the last review that I put up last week. And I'm here to say it again. Wendy is lying. And this past episode proves exactly what I said, down to a T. But y'all already know we're going to get into it and spill the tea on the tea that I had already spilled. Baby, but you know, listen. Child, my words all over the place. Y'all already know. Go ahead and like this video before we get into it.
Bad life, been like, bad life. Bad life, been like, bad life. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go. Bad life, been like, bad life. Bad life, been like, bad life. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go.
Okay, so this is gonna be, y'all listen, if you new, subscribe to the channel, like the video, but I don't really like to necessarily go through the whole episode unless it's like shit to talk about. Listen, this is the Real Housewives of Broke Bitches, okay? This is the one Housewives franchise where, you know, they go to the park, they eat bologna sandwiches, they drink Kool-Aid out of champagne flute glasses, like, you know, they fly Spirit. Like, Real Housewives of Potomac is real broke bitches on a budget, okay? You had Ashley that, you know, is living off of her husband's wealth, okay? He had to buy her house and she living off of her husband's wealth. She had to marry the crypt keeper. She had to have sex with a slave owner, you know, just to build some sort of lifestyle because, you know, her mother was used to sleeping under bridges and whatnot. And, you know, Sheila didn't want that for Ashley. So Ashley wanted better. So Ashley said, okay, I'm going to do just like my mama and I'm going to go fuck a white man. But this time I'm going to make sure I get a bag out of that white man. So Ashley went, she got the bag and she got 2 kids out of the white man. And there we go with her lifestyle. Okay, then we have Karen, who married somebody that was 20, 30 years plus her senior. And, she created a lifestyle out of that. Now, whether or not she's still into this man is to be seen, okay, because allegedly she's out there fucking around with her security guard, aka Blue Eyes, okay, but she's still trying to find her next bag after Ray passes on, okay. Then we have Candace, who, of course she comes from maternal wealth and whatnot, and that's good. That's very good. Okay, but she's also another one who is still trying to find her way, find her own, trying to find her way when it comes to wealth, because aside from her mother's wealth, she's yet to accumulate her own. And it's not like Chris is bringing any in at all. Okay, then we have, let's see, who do we have? We have Mia, who, make no secret about it, she's there for the bag. She's there for the bag. She was with Dr. G, and once Dr. G's bag started running out, she said, okay, I'm gonna just go in and move on to the next person with the bag. Okay, can't be mad at that. Then we got Miss Dr. Wendy. Okay, Miss Dr. Wendy, who literally every season since she's been on the show has been a completely different person. It's like, Paige and Dr. Wendy, who the fuck are you? Okay, maybe Dr. Wendy should be on Married to Medicine. Maybe she need to be over there with Medicine Wives, because Dr. Wendy on Real Housewives of Potomac, she never fit in. I mean, and if you feel like I'm being harsh about that, just go back to season 5 when Karen was literally campaigning to get her fired by going around and telling everybody she does not fit in. Okay, because she didn't. She came on the show very abrasive as a doctor, kept talking about how four degrees, was very condescending in regards to having those 4 degrees. She came on kissing Giselle and Robin's ass, but apparently everybody seems to forget about that, because then she came on season 6 as an Instagram fashion over baddie, and suddenly was at odds with Giselle and Robin because social media had dug into that ass and ate her up, and she wanted to pander to social media, very much like Candace, because she, they also do that. Karen, Candace, and Wendy, they all pander to social media. But yes, Dr. Wendy came back season 6 as an Instagram fashion over baddie. And so from season 6 to season 7 to season 8, she's been all of these different hats, been wearing all of these different hats. One minute she wants to own a candle business. Next minute she's a nightclub owner. Next minute she's a DJ. Next minute, she flying for Delta. Next minute she pledging Delta. It's just like Dr. Wendy. Who the fuck are you? Okay, Paige and Dr. Wendy, because who the fuck are you? Okay, and then we get to Giselle, who, our resident ghost producer, who's there to pretty much stir the pot, and she does a damn good job of doing it. But, if nobody has noticed, Giselle has been rather quiet this season, and Giselle is trying to prove a point that, hey, if I don't speak, if I don't talk, if I don't engage, then you can't put the mess on me. And guess what? You guys need the mess to be on me, or you at least need me to be there to get the mess started. Hence why Karen was like, Giselle, you were rather quiet at pickleball. Yeah, because you need me to get the mess started, because I am the show. I'm the face of the show, but I am a necessary part of the show. No matter how much the fans try to get me to get kicked off of the show, I am still a necessary part of the show. Speaking about necessities and being a necessary part of the show, then we get to Ashley. I'm sorry, not Ashley. Then we get to Robin, okay, who the fans tried to get kicked off this season, but she came back and said, guess what? I'm not getting kicked off, but I'm coming back as the main peach holder, the main flute holder, okay? I'm going to have a whole reunion special about me. I'm going to get a whole, 20 minutes added to the finale that's all about my wedding, okay? I'm going to come back. The whole first episode is going to be about me. The whole main overall storyline this season is about me. Everybody keeps coming for me because they want my opinion and they want my emotions, and everybody wants a reaction out of me, so it's just me. Clearly, I'm a necessity. Right. But it's not like Robin is flawed of dealing with, tax issues and money issues and things like that, which brings me back to the fact that this show and its cast is broke. We don't watch Real Housewives of Potomac for love and hip hop shenanigans. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to see bitches fight over Henny bottles and grilled cheeses, I would watch Love and Hip Hop New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to see bitches, get into race cars and tussle down to the arcade, I would watch Zeus Network. I would watch Baddies. Okay, we watch Real Housewives of Potomac because we want to see some wealth. Okay, we want to see some extravagance. We want to see some optical illusions when it comes to the dollars. Like, bitch, at least fake it till you make it and make us believe it. Potomac, ain't that in Virginia somewhere, Maryland somewhere? Ain't that next to DC? Okay, so damn near next to the president. And when I think of the president, I think of the United States. And when I think of the owner or the leader of the United States, I think of money. I think of wealth. I think of opulence. I think of everything that Potomac is not giving. Okay, but child, let's go ahead and get into this episode. So they took their broke asses down to Austin. Yeah, I know. Texas got Dallas and Houston, but for whatever reason, they ended up in Austin. Okay, because I guess that's all that Michael's money could afford, you know. Ashley is planning this trip, you know. So, you know, we going down to Austin, you know, not Dallas or Houston, but we going down to Austin, Texas, off of Michael Darby's dime. And Michael said, listen, bitch, I'm going through the middle of a divorce. I'm sitting here, you know, suing your castmate Candace. And bitch, we not together. We not together. We not together. So, y'all want to go on a trip off of my dime for a show that I'm not a part of? Then here, this is what y'all going to get. And it looked like they went and got the cheapest shit off of Priceline. They done found a 2-star hotel and they was able to use somebody's benefits to get it at the last minute. That's what it's giving. It's giving Black Friday Cyber Week special. It's giving, hey, it's spring break and I got a friend named Shakita that got the hookup and she gonna put in her loyalty rewards members discount. Like, it very much gave all of that, because why is this Real Housewives of Potomac and we are down to a hotel with this construction going on? Like what's going on? Why are y'all even in a hotel? See, Mia did good last season when they was in that big ass extravagant ass Miami house. Okay, that Miami mansion. They was doing good last season when they was there. But then how did we go from a Miami mansion to a Austin apartment? Like, I'm not understanding it. I'm really not understanding it. Like, but leave it up to Sheila's daughter. Okay, again, her mother was living up under a bridge, so I guess, listen, as long as they got a roof over their head and clean running water and hot water to bathe in, I guess that's all that matters to Ashley. Okay, but that's where they broke asses is at, and we just want to just go ahead and jump to the meat and potatoes of this episode. So before we get to the Wendy and the Nneka shit, there is something I want to say. If you are new to this, baby, listen. I'm a Candace stan. I love Candace in terms of her reads. I love her in terms of her music. But we need to call a thing a thing. At the end of the day, like I said, Giselle is a neutral part of the show. Regardless of how you feel about her, Giselle is a neutral, a needed part of the show, rather. And this whole sit down that Karen is doing, and I get what she's trying to do. I get that Karen is like, okay, come on, I need to get Giselle and Candace to speak, because Giselle, you're not about to try to ice her out. But at the same time, as much as people are trying to make it look like Giselle and Robin are bothered, I feel like Candace and Wendy are bothered. I do. Candace and Wendy are pick-me's. They're pick-me's. And a lot of y'all only like them because y'all hate the Green Eye Bandits. You can hate the Green Eye Bandits and still not fuck with Candace and Wendy. Like, it's like, like two things can be true. I like Candace. I do. I do not like Wendy because I see right through her. We don't know the real her. Again, she's a chameleon. She's a different fucking person every fucking season. We still do not know who she is. But you can literally like who you like and not like who you not like without only liking somebody because you hate one person. You know what I mean? And I feel like every time Giselle and Robin come around, Candace and Wendy are bothered. They want their approval. They want their approval. And this is why every season, by the end of the season, Candace and Ashley are making up. Or Wendy is, you know, allowing Ashley to skate by on some shit. Like, it's like they want their approval. They want their approval. So as far as Karen trying to bring the two together, girl, cut all of that. Cut all of that. Now let's get to the whole Wendy and Nneka shit, because a lot of y'all are remedial. A lot of y'all are remedial, because I'm sitting here, I'm listening to reviews, I'm watching Twitter, I'm looking at comments, and like, I say this all the time. It's like, the lie is always going to be more entertaining than the truth. And then whenever there's lies going around, you have people like me that critically think. First of all, I'm psychic, I'm a light worker, I'm a healer, astrologer, whatever the fuck you want to call her, spiritual therapist, whatever you want to call her. Okay, but one thing I am is intuitive as fuck and gifted as fuck. And so that's what makes me different when I do this commentary shit, because not only do I actually have a brain and I can think logically and critically, but at the same time I have gifts that tell me otherwise. And it also tells me like, okay, something is not right right now. Something's not right. Something's not right. Something not adding up. And that's how I felt immediately. Immediately as soon as I saw Nneka come on screen, I said, Wendy's threatened. Wendy's threatened. And I called it out months ago when they were filming, and it had came out that Nneka was joining the show. I was like, they're not gonna be friends. They're not gonna be friends, and people automatically gonna say it's because of Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. Automatically. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. But from the second Nneka came on screen and the camera panned to Wendy, her body language was off immediately. Again, I'm psychic. I'm intuitive. I'm also empathic, okay? Which is part of being psychic. Like, I picked up on her body language. I study body language. I picked up on it, and immediately she was threatened. Immediately. And now in present day, it all makes sense. Now, I'm not going to go into what happened on the episode because if you're watching this, clearly we all saw it. I'm going to just tell you what it is. And this is not my opinion. This is literally what it is. So let me clear up some of the confusion because anytime things happen, again, the lie is always more entertaining than the truth. So it's like people will carry on with the lie and carry on with the lie, call people like me that critically think delusional. And it's like we'll literally sit here and die on that hill alone. But then by the time the truth comes out, then all of a sudden, we don't care. Oh, this is tired. Why are we still talking about this? No, baby, let's drag it on out. Because last week, everybody and their mama wanted to go in on Nneka. It was okay when Nneka was getting threatened and she was getting all of these death threats by Nigerians and all of these people calling her ignorant, all of these people talking about xenophobia. Like, all of that was cute and cool. Okay? All of that was cute and cool and creative last week. But this week now, all of a sudden, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to get into all of that. Now, all of a sudden, like, what? Huh? Last week, it was, oh, this show was becoming dark and da-da-da-da-da when y'all thought that y'all narrative was what it was. And now that we finding out the truth, now y'all want to sit and play, oh, well, they both lying. Oh, well, Wendy might be lying, but Nneka no, bitch. No. And y'all not going to sit in here and do this. Y'all not. So I'm going to put it like this. This is exactly what happened. And this is, I'm aware that Wendy tried to drop some half-ass receipts. I'm going to give you the whole storyline of what happened from beginning to where we are now. And matter of fact, because I actually just wrote it down on somebody's page, so I'm going to just go ahead and read that comment. Bear with me. Matter of fact, while I'm searching for that comment, y'all can go ahead and like this video.
It's getting hot in here. Baby, let me check your temperature. Don't ever think I ever. Baby, I'm feeling. Feelings on it causes. It's one thing you Daddy gon' make it. It's your fault I'm soaking wet.
Okay, so this was my comment, and I can basically like read it word for word because it's essentially what I was going to say to y'all anyways. But anybody that does not understand the Nneka and the Wendy situation, here's what I want you to do. I want you to, first of all, I want all of y'all to stop acting like y'all really give a fuck about Wendy because y'all don't. All of a sudden, we going up because Wendy's Nigerian and we going up for her ancestor. Y'all did not, Wendy been on the show for how many years? Y'all ain't never not once gave this much a fuck about her cultural background. So cut it the fuck out. Okay, and then number two, you still don't give a fuck because you only really like Wendy because you really, really hate the light-skinned girls on the cast. Other than Karen, who y'all let get away with murder. Y'all let her get away with murder. Y'all really let Karen get away with murder. And speaking of, before I even dive deep into this Nneka shit, because it all came up when Mia came back to the setting or whatever. You know, they sit in beachside. I'm sorry. I added more dollars to the budget than they have. They sit in poolside. And Mia had walked up or whatever. And Giselle is like, oh, you know, your mother was talking shit about Mia. And basically what Giselle meant by that is like, I kind of believe what happened with Nneka and your mother, because your mother's basically the type to attack people. Because again, y'all like to play these game of semantics and y'all purposely like to play dense. Okay, y'all purposely like to act like y'all need to stay after school for a couple of extra courses and lessons. When like, come on now. Y'all not that slow. Come on. The reason why we connected Mia and Wendy's mama back to Nneka and Wendy's mama is because, baby, if you are bold enough to go after this castmate, you bold enough to go after that castmate. Stop trying to play a game of semantics and be like, oh, We're in that did my mother bring up spirituality and dark magic and voodoo and it. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that your mother went in on Wendy. I'm sorry, your mother went in on Mia. And her mother did. Her mother went in. I'm gonna see if I can find those screenshots, but her mother went in on Mia. And if you're gonna be bold enough to say all of this, that, and the third, Mama Joyce, okay? If you're gonna be bold enough to come across like this, Mama D, if you're gonna be bold enough to speak with balls up in your mouth like this, Mama Jones, okay, like let's not act like these mamas on these shows don't have that act right. Okay, like come on now, Sister Patterson. Come on, I hate when y'all play dance. You don't really need a tutor, baby. And if you do, then baby, drop out. Because y'all really not as slow as y'all keep trying to portray that y'all are. That's why Giselle is bringing up Mia and Wendy's mama. Because, baby, if you bold enough to attack this girl, who's to say you're not bold enough to attack that girl? And yes, you did take it a step further because Nneka is Nigerian. And you felt like, girl, let's go ahead and get into the comment. Let's go ahead and get into my comment. Okay, because this is exactly what happened. It's really very simple. Producers approached Wendy about Nneka joining the show. Despite the narrative that Wendy and social media is trying to paint, okay, listen, because Wendy is on social media pandering as she always does every season. Her and Candace, they're good for that. Her, Candace, and Karen are good for pandering to social media. Giselle, Ashley, Robin, they don't give a fuck about social media. They hardly be on it. They hardly be checking the they don't care. They don't care. But Karen, Wendy, and Karen, Wendy, and Candace, they gonna be pandering to what social media thinks and wants. So everybody getting mama is trying to say, Nneka was brought on the show to take down Wendy. That's not what happened. Like, if y'all will open up y'all ears, something's off because y'all not listening. Huh? You know how you be in school and the teacher be teaching a lesson and you be sitting there talking to your friends and you done miss something, right? And then that something comes up on the test. Yeah, bitch, your dumb ass just failed because had you not been talking to your friends, you wouldn't have missed what the fuck the teacher was trying to teach you, right? But you wouldn't have missed what the teacher was trying to show you. You would have learned it. But you was too busy talking to your friends, giggling, thinking shit was funny. Okay, so now that the chicken's coming home to roost, baby, your ass about to get cooked next because you should have been paying attention. And that's exactly what's going on right now with this whole situation is that, like, all of the facts and all of the data is right in front of your face. And I hate the way that the producers tried to edit it because I understand that they were trying to add comedic relief, but now isn't the time for comedic relief. Not when everybody and their mama is online talking about, this season is so dark and like all of the claims, like, with the claims that came out this season with this storyline and how everybody's trying to make it seem like it's so dark because it's a taboo topic that y'all don't want to talk about, as though like you're not talking about it means that it doesn't exist. Like, girl, please, like I said, intuitive as fuck, light worker, spiritual healer, all of that. Dark magic is a thing. People literally, if they don't like you, will literally write your name down in bottles and be burning papers and putting shit in Coke bottles and throwing it in the ocean. And now you know, like, it's a very real thing. You can go on TikTok right now and see people teaching other people how to do love spells because you got women out there that's so damn desperate and thirsty to keep a nigga around that they want to do a love spell on it. Like, soul ties is real. Spirituality is real. And y'all not talking about it doesn't make it any less real. Like, it's real. It's real. It's very real. And so being that everybody on social media is calling this shit dark, that was I found it so inappropriate for the producers to try to make light of this situation and show everybody confused and then play the background music to make it like it's some like da na 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 like Jeopardy type of thing. Like, that wasn't the time because a bitch is getting exposed right now. Let Wendy cook. Let her cook. Now's not the time for elevator music. Let the bitch cook. So basically, all of social media is trying to make it look like there was this whole takedown plot, but that's not what it was at all. Despite the narrative that Wendy and social media is trying to paint, the producers actually wanted Wendy to be the one to bring Nneka on the show, given their similarities and their background. The producers felt like, okay, well, Nneka, Wendy, y'all are both Nigerian. This would be cute for the show. Y'all have more people on your team. You, Karen, and Kent. Like, they was actually trying to do Wendy a solid. But Wendy's insecure ass was so threatened by the presence of Nneka and the presence of Nneka joining the show that she declined. Now, y'all are hearing people say jealous and da-da-da-da-da. And again, this is another time when y'all like to play semantics and act like y'all dense. Nobody's saying, oh, Wendy's jealous of her because they married or... It's nothing vain. It's more of Wendy felt threatened, like, ho. I know y'all not trying to bring on my replacement. Like, me and this girl got all of these similarities. There's already one Nigerian up here holding it down. I don't need another person. Like, hold on. Wendy clocked that immediately and immediately jumped to, oh, like they trying to replace me. How you trying to replace me when I still haven't even gotten my foot in yet with this cast? Like, I haven't even brought forth because at the end of the day, you can go through every last person on that cast and you know who they are, including Mia. You can't do that with Wendy. There's no clear idea of who Wendy is. Like, we can look at Karen and call her the person that rides the fence. We can look at Giselle and call her the ghost producer. We can look at Ashley and call her the messy one that hides the rock and hides her hand. We can look at Candace and call her the Spitfire. We can look at Mia and call her the proud gold digger. We don't know who the hell Dr. Wendy is. We do not know who she is. We don't. And just like she got caught lying last year with that hot mic moment, she's lying this year. She's lying this year. And y'all can hate the Green Eye Business all you want, but that does not make it any less true. That does not mean that Wendy is not still lying. The two things have nothing to do with one another. Nothing at all. Even trying to make it look like Ashley. Matter of fact, let me get back to my comment because I'm jumping ahead. It's not that Wendy felt jealous. It's that she felt threatened. She viewed it as production bringing in her replacement. So she immediately said no to production and went around talking shit. She didn't realize that her and Nneka actually had mutuals. And that's how it got back to Nneka. Wendy had no idea that Nneka was casted anyways for season 8 until she walked in on Ashley's event. Okay? So listen. At the end of the day, producers wanted Wendy to bring on Nneka. Wendy said no because she felt threatened and felt like, I know y'all not trying to have me bring on my replacement. Absolutely the fuck not. Instead of Wendy looking at it like, oh yes, y'all bringing in an ally for me. Wendy's insecure ass. And how do I know she's insecure? Because again, every year she's trying to find who she is. She's trying to find who she is that's going to stick with the public. What does Twitter think? What does this group think? What do they think about my storyline? Do I feel okay with this? Okay. And then even aside from all of that, I know for another fact that Wendy is insecure because the very first season she came on, she was so scared to tell her mother at her big ass grown age of being over 30 years old. She was so scared to tell her mother that I want to change careers. I'm not happy in my life with my direction that my life is going. That's how I know she's insecure. And all her life, she's been pandering to what other people want and what they think of her. So instead of her looking at Nneka being her ally, she looked at it as a threat, immediately said no, blocked Nneka's blessing. And that's why her ass was so confused, like she had seen a ghost when Ashley had brought Nneka to the event. Because she was like, oh shit, this bitch done got up here anyways. After all that shit that I talked, thinking that the girl wasn't going to get on the show, because I said no, I'm thinking that I got power. My name Wendy Osefo. My name Dr. Wendy Osefo. I've been on this show for 3-4 years. I'm thinking that I got all this pull and power. And because I said no, that the girl was going to get casted, and they just said, oh, well, fuck me, and went to somebody else and had Ashley bring on the stage. Damn, now I got to live up to all of that shit I talked about her behind her back. And that's exactly what we're experiencing. That's exactly what we're experiencing now. So Wendy had no idea that Nneka was casted anyways for season 8 until she walked in on Ashley's event. Hence why her body language was off. She thought that by telling production no, that was going to be the nail in the coffin for Nneka. So this is why Nneka's energy comes off strong. So when everybody's like, oh, Nneka coming in hot, Nneka coming in, like, why did Nneka just talk to her? No, Nneka didn't need to do shit. Baby, I don't fucking know you, and yet I'm hearing that you going around talking shit about me because you trying to tell everybody that I'm trying to use your name to get on this show. No, bitch, I didn't. Production was already looking for me. And that's when and this is when I'm gonna bring up the text messages that Wendy tried to post as some sort of receipt. Because Wendy is now trying to, because the evidence is in your face. But this is how you can tell who's a critical thinker and who's not. Because everybody that's immediately saying, oh, Nneka is a fan, Nneka's a fan, you're emotionally reacting. Because if you look at the actual quote-unquote receipts that Wendy's posting, it's proven nothing but Nneka's side of the story. Wendy's trying to take the evidence and make it appear as though Nneka was trying to get on the show through her. That's not what happened. Even Wendy's receipt shows that production had already been looking at Nneka for 2 years. And they just wanted Wendy to be the connection. Because you need a connection to get on these shows, y'all. Y'all know this. We learned this with Portia and Fallon, right? We learned this with Sweet Tea and, this Married to Medicine season now. Like, y'all know this by now. You need a connection to get on the show. But Bravo had already had it in their minds that they wanted Nneka. They just wanted Wendy to bring her on since it made the most sense. Wendy's now trying to post the text messages of Bravo looking for Nneka and wanting Wendy to be the genuine connection and bring her on. She's trying to make it look like Nneka was a fan when really, no, Wendy, you were threatened. You were threatened. And that's why you said no. That's what happened, y'all. That's literally all that happened. So that's why it seems like Nneka's coming in strong. Y'all keep saying, oh, she should have had a conversation with Wendy. What fucking conversation am I having with you if production came to you saying, we want to cast me, and I'm speaking as Nneka. Let's pretend I'm Nneka. What fucking conversation am I having with this bitch if production already done went to this bitch and told her that they looking to cast me, and this bitch said, oh, no, I'm not helping her get on the show. No, I'm not going to be the connection to help bring her on the show. What fucking conversation are we having? Mind you, news gets back to me from production that you don't want to help me get on the show after I'm already hearing everybody around me telling me that you've been going around talking shit about me. How the fuck do y'all expect Nneka to feel? Production wanted Wendy to bring on Nneka. Wendy said no. Wendy went around, got her family activated, got her mother activated because she went around playing victim. She painted it to the people around her as though Bravo was trying to replace her. Hence why her mother, who was jumping into protective mama bear mode, same way that she did with Mia, hence why her mother came back like with all of that aggression. That's why, because she went back and got her family activated. And then it got back to Nneka. Wendy didn't think that Nneka was going to get casted for the show. She thought by her saying no, that was it. Then it got back to Nneka. And Nneka's like, oh. So not only was you talking shit about me, but also now I'm realizing from production that you're not going to be the one to bring me on. So there's not a Nigerian sisterhood. And now Ashley got to bring me on? Yeah, bitch, I got a bone to pick with you. And being that all of this started over my entrance to the show and production wanting you to bring me on the show to show Nigerian sisterhood, and you want to sit here and fake on camera like it's Nigerian sisterhood? No, bitch, I got a bone to pick with you when I get on the show. Yes. So y'all calling her thirsty, but she didn't start this. Wendy did. Wendy felt like somebody was coming for her shit. Wendy's been fighting to stay here since her first season. Hence why she has a different job title every year. Because she still doesn't know who she is. She's trying to find herself. So the last thing I'm going to let somebody do is come into my world, come into my lane, come into my home and fuck shit up or take shit away from me when I still don't even know what it is that I want to hold on to, that I want to keep, what's mine, what's not mine. Like, that's how Wendy's feeling. She's looking at Real Housewives of Potomac as her home. I don't even know where I want to move yet. I don't even know what I'm doing. If I want to stay here, if I want to renovate, if I want to move cross country, I don't even know. But I'll be damned if I'm going to let somebody come up in here and stay, or somebody come up in here and take part in da-da-da-da-da when I still don't even know what I want. That's all that it is. So like I said, this is why Nneka's energy came off strong, because Wendy tried to block her from the show. The show, okay, let's get back to it. So, what the hell was I? So yeah, like I said, the reason Wendy is lying and can't say that she knows Nneka and has to play the game of semantics is because if she admits to knowing of her, people would then question, well, if you wanted Nigerian sisterhood so bad like you claim, why did you tell the producers no to you introducing her? Why did Ashley have to be the one to introduce her then? Right? Because then that'll expose that Wendy was a liar and hating on her and wanted to block her from the show and since the beginning. And that's literally what happened. Like, I know everybody and their mama keep trying to be like, oh, well, Ashley is getting away unscathed. Ashley is getting away with blood. Ashley is getting away with murder. No, Ashley isn't. There was already a pre-existing issue between Nneka and Wendy. Again, for the last time, Wendy was supposed to be the one to bridge the gap. And it's not, listen, the producers already had it in their mind in the middle of season 7 filming that they wanted to bring Nneka on. And if you want me to go even further, because Wendy did go ahead and post them, let me see if I can find it. Wendy did go ahead and post those text messages. And I'm going to take it a step further. Matter of fact, yeah. Because now that I think about it, because you could even say that the production was really trying to do Wendy a solid by bringing Nneka on because they saw that how Wendy was getting treated last season, right? I would say it happened during the whole Miami trip, but I feel like the Miami trip happened around like May 5th because that was like Karen's birthday, right? No, that was Mexico. See, I don't remember exactly when the whole Miami trip happened, but I do feel like the producers are trying to do Wendy a solid, given, you know, her stance in the crew or whatever. Like, they were trying to do her a solid. But Wendy just ignored that and immediately felt threatened and shot herself in the foot. So, like, everybody trying to get mad at Ashley and be like, oh, well, Ashley should have been the one to, you know, catch all the heat and catch all the blood and da-da-da. Wendy and Nneka already had issues before the show. Okay, and so if I'm in Ashley's position, I'm on a show, I'm messy. I know that y'all two got issues. I know that this girl, I'm cool with her because, you know, I'm the one that's bringing her on and I'm cool with her. Okay, and I know as a new peach holder, you got to prove yourself and prove your worth. So go ahead, let's get shit started. This is the first episode. Let's go ahead and get shit started. Girl, what's really going on between you and Wendy? Because why am I the one to bring you on? Like, when Wendy was the first choice. So I'm not mad at Ashley. I'm actually not, like, if anything, I feel like all of this information that came out, all of these receipts, everything that's come out since has vindicated Ashley. To me, everything that's come out with the text message and all of that has actually vindicated Ashley because, yes, Ashley's messy. Yes, Ashley's going to be the one to get shit started. But every single season, we already know this. We already know this about Ashley. We are 8 seasons deep into the show. We already know that Ashley is messy and that Ashley's going to be the one to get the shit going. We already know this. So why are we surprised? Okay. And given all of this backstory, I'm no longer mad at Ashley because I'm like, I get it. If I'm messy, if my character on the show is to be messy, and that's my role, is to be messy, and then I'm the messy friend that now has to bring in this new character, because the other character declined to bring her in. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and bring it up. Baby, what's the beef between y'all? Because why was I the second choice to help bring you in when somebody else that's closer to you or more similar to you could have brought you in? What's going on with that? Let's bring that to camera. Let's get the shit going for season 8. Especially with you being a new housewife, and especially because I don't really too much fuck with the bitch. Let's get the shit going. And that's just how I feel about it. Y'all. Like, y'all not gonna make me feel any other type of way because that's literally exactly what happened. If you see it any other way, it's because you want to see it a different way, and it's because you hate the Green Eye Bandits that bad that you want to see it that way. So I don't know. Okay, so what the hell was I at in my comment? Okay, yeah. So like I said, Dada exposed Wendy was a liar and hating on her and wanted to block her from the show. That's literally what happened, and her text messages only proved this further and makes her look worse. All it did was reveal that Bravo saw out Nneka while they was filming season 7. All of this adds to why, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't know the exact dates, but to me, it makes a lot more sense if because remember, they were antagonizing the fuck out of Wendy last season. Like, I will give that to her. They was antagonizing her last season. And so producers probably felt bad for Wendy's dumbass. Like, oh my God, they antagonizing her. Mia done threw water on her. Robin and Giselle filming her. Like, oh, we need to find a girl. We need to find a girl that's like her. You know, we need to give her some sort of allyship because we don't want to lose Wendy. We don't want to lose her. Like, we want to keep her, and then we got the colorism allegations and whatnot. Like, let's see how we can fix this. That makes sense to me. That truly makes sense to me because I understand we want to run with this whole colorism and da. And yes, we can say that certain things on the show is colorism. We can. But I doubt that the whole Andy Bravo all the producers is really just like, we're gonna do this whole light skin versus like, I doubt it's it ain't that deep into the whole colorism thing. I truly do feel like, based off of all of these receipts that came out, what makes the most sense to me, given the dates, because spring 2022 they were filming season 7. Spring 2022 is when the girls' cash trips happen. Spring 2022 is when Wendy got the text about Nneka joining the show through production. That's when she got the text about production looking at Nneka to join the show. I truly feel like production was trying to do Wendy a solid, but Wendy jumped the gun. Felt like, child, my bad. This whole thing ended up getting disconnected. But, and I've been sitting there talking for like a good 5 minutes too before this shit got disconnected. So I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up and say this. I feel like ultimately, because the text messages that Wendy is now showing is from spring 2022. Spring 2022 is also when they filmed the Miami trip. Okay. So you have to think about it back then. During the Miami trip, what happened? That's when Wendy got assaulted by Mia because Mia threw the drink on her while Robin was filming and Giselle was hazing her. Right. So from Wendy's perspective, it's like, okay, Wendy assaulted me. Robin's filming. Giselle is hazing me. Nobody does a damn thing. Then I get a text message off camera in real life about how Bravo has casted this other Nigerian girl and they just want me to be the bridge and connection to bring her on the show. What? Are you kidding me? Like, this, Mia just assaulted me. Robin and Giselle just hazed me. And then now you want me to bring on a girl who's very similar to me, who's also Nigerian? It sounds like a setup. It sounds like y'all trying to set me up, and it sounds like something fishy going on. Absolutely the fuck not. This girl is not about to use my name and use me to get on the show only for y'all to then replace me. Absolutely the fuck not. Because again, Wendy was probably feeling like, how dare y'all let these women attack me and assault me and then record me and not do a damn thing about it. Hence, Mia never got fired. Mia never got reprimanded. Wendy's a doctor. She comes from a different background. And it's just like, you let this girl do this low vibrational projectic shit to me. Y'all don't reprimand her. There's no consequences. And then on top of that, not only do you sit back and watch me get assaulted, not reprimand this girl, no consequences, but then you want me to bring on another Nigerian? Yeah, Wendy read that wrong. I feel like the productions was probably trying to do Wendy a solid and say, oh shit, she's really going through a lot. Let's go ahead and cast somebody who can be an ally for her next season, you know, so that way Wendy doesn't have to feel so alone. They was trying to do her solid, but Wendy's insecure ass misinterpreted it. And that's what started everything. And it also makes sense because during this time, Wendy was so pissed at Mia. And that's when Wendy more than likely went back to her mother like, Ma, can you believe what's going on? This girl assaulted me. They not doing nothing. And they trying to bring on another Nigerian and they want me to be the one to introduce her. Yeah. And that's probably why Wendy's mother was so furious. Okay. That's why she read Mia to filth on Instagram. That's why she came back and tried to read Nneka to filth, because Wendy went back to her mother and translated the story as just that. Mia assaulted me. These girls did nothing. Production did nothing. And now they want me to bring on another girl? Absolutely not. And Wendy's mother was like, yeah, absolutely not. You got to stand your ground. And I honestly and truly believe that's how all of this started. I feel like that's how all of this started. So those of y'all that keep trying to make it be like, oh, this is just over Facebook, or this is just over who know each other, who doesn't know. It's way deeper than that. And if you literally, again, stop talking to your friends in class and pay attention to the lesson at hand that the teacher's trying to give, pay attention to the PowerPoint, y'all would understand what's going on. You would understand what's going on because all of the evidence is right in front of your face. All of the evidence is right in front of your face. It's just that not everybody critically thinks and not everybody remembers timelines and shit like that. But yes, during spring 2022, that is when they filmed the Miami trip. And that's also when Wendy got the text about Nneka joining for the next season. So that makes complete sense. Wendy went back, riled up off of emotion, off of Mia assaulting her and the Green Eye Bandits hazing her and doing nothing. And she misinterpreted the situation. She went around talking shit. Like, who is this girl talking shit? It got back to Nneka. Nneka don't know what's going on with season 7 and the filming because she's not there. She not there. She don't know until it airs on TV. So from Nneka's side, Nneka's looking like, damn, all of this heat that's coming from me from this girl, I don't know her. Why she got all of this heat and flavor for me? I don't know her. They just wanted you to bring me on because it made the most sense because you're Nigerian, I'm Nigerian, but like, where's all this heat coming from? Right? And everybody keeps saying, oh, Nneka should have said Wendy down. They should have had a conversation. Nneka shouldn't have done the damn thing because Nneka didn't know how Wendy was going to interpret everything. She just assumed, like everybody else assumed, oh, I'm Nigerian, she Nigerian, she not going to have a problem bringing me on. So Nneka hearing, oh, damn, not only does she not want to bring me on, she told the producers no. She's trying to stop me from coming on, but she's literally trying to stop me from coming on and going around talking shit about me. Oh, best believe when I get on camera, we going to talk about this. Best believe. And the only reason Ashley brought it up is because Ashley was the one who, she's messy, yes, and then at the same time, it's like from Ashley's perspective, it's like, well, I wasn't even supposed to be the one to introduce you. So what is this beef again between you and Wendy? Like why aren't y'all cool? What's going on with y'all? Because why couldn't she introduce you? Why am I introducing you? That's literally what happened. That's literally what happened. It's not all of these narratives that y'all are trying to paint. I really like, does colorism play a part in the show? Yes, it does. But it's not as deep as y'all are trying to make it. I do not think that there's some deep, dark, hidden agenda with production trying to, no. I truly feel like they was trying to do Wendy a solid. Wendy misinterpreted it because she's not used to having her own voice. She's not used to being able to do what she wants to do. She's used to pandering to what other people want her to do. She's used to fitting into a box or molding herself to be what other people want her to be. And somebody like that, that's a pick-me, they're gonna behave like a pick-me. Come on, like we see it all the time with girls who will literally be best friends with another girl, but put down her best friend. That's her, she'll put down her girl best friend once the guys come around. We see it all the time. You could be best friends with a girl and then the girl start putting you down and start talking about you because she want to fit in and be chosen by the guys. And it's the same thing with Wendy. It's just like she wants to be chosen by the fans. She wants to be chosen by her family. She wants to be chosen by her mother. She wants to be chosen by production. And she's still trying to find herself. So now would not be the appropriate time to introduce another Nigerian. No, I want the spotlight on me. I want to be the one. I want to be the one that you guys like. I want to be popular. I want to be in the in crowd. Just like my first season when I came on, I thought that by me coming on and being a doctor and having 4 degrees, that was going to make me likable, but it made me unlikable because I was condescending. I thought that by me going and joining Giselle and Robin, that was going to make me likable, but no, the fans ended up hating me. So yes, Wendy wants to be picked. She wants to be picked. She wants to be liked. And that's all that it is. And that's all that all of this started from. And the sad part is that regardless of everything that I just said, regardless of how the fact that I just spent an hour deep diving into all of this, people still not going to get it. And they somehow going to have their heads so stuck so far up Wendy's ass that y'all going to refuse to see the fucking truth. Even though I just broke it all down for you with facts and actual timelines. But ask yourself, do you really like Wendy like that? Are you really a fan of Nigerian culture like that? Are you really that woke and da-da-da-da-da? Or do you just really, really hate the light-skinned girls on this show? Minus Karen, because y'all say Ashley gets away with murder. No, she doesn't. Ashley always it always comes back to Ashley. But Karen is who gets away with murder. Karen gets away with murder. Because why is it that Karen can go around saying no rumors, no rumors, no rumors, but yet we still don't know what's going on with her Ray and Blue Eyes. We still don't know what's going on with that. That was shut down real quick last season with her and Mia and Charisse. We don't know what's going on with that. Just like how when we get into the whole post that Wendy's mother made about Mia, we just gonna forget the fact that Candace told Karen to go to hell, and Karen tried to get Candace fired for that. But because now all of a sudden Karen is like, oh, they talking about holy hell, ghost pits, a ghost of fire, like whatever it was that Wendy's mother said. And Karen got in a confessional and said, it just sounds like a prayer to me. What was it, a prayer when Candace told you to go to hell? No. You reacted way differently and you went behind her back and tried to get her fired. But people keep skipping over that. And that was during season 5 when Candace needed her the most. I'm becoming so over this show because y'all don't use critical thinking at all. It's like the fans lack critical thinking. The fan base is toxic. Ever since season 5, people keep saying, oh, the show hasn't been the same since season 5. It's not as good since Monique was on. No, Monique didn't add anything to the show. Because if she did, y'all would have been watching Love and Hip Hop DC, okay? Hip Hop and Marriage DC, because that's what it's given. Y'all would have been watching that. If y'all was such huge Monique fans, y'all would have been supporting the hell out of Love and Marriage DC. If y'all was such huge Monique fans, she wouldn't be at like 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. Her videos wouldn't be under 200 views if y'all were such big fans of Monique. Y'all was only big fans of her because she went against the Green Eyed Bandits. But even she was a pick-me for the Green Eyed Bandits. Even she was. This whole entire show revolves around the fact that y'all hate Robin and Giselle. And that's the sad part about it. It's just like Karen and Wendy, well, not even Karen, but Candace and Wendy need to get off the show. So the rest of y'all delusional ass fans can go with them. They need to get off the show because as long as they are on the show, people are not going to use their brains. And it's just going to be like every situation somehow is going to come back to Robin and Giselle and or Ashley. And I'm over it. I'm over it. Let me know your thoughts and comments and opinions and all of that down in the comment box below. As if I give a fuck, definitely make sure that you go and you stream my music as if you give a fuck. And I love each and every one of my critical thinkers out there, child. And HD Audio, boo. I'll see y'all. Oh, the child, go to my website, book you a read. And the website is back up, thealonasouls.com. Okay, so go to the website, book you a personal reading. Okay, and join the Patreon, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
I'm trying to fuck now, so baby, let's dance. Rock up my baby right here on my legs, man. I'm trying to take it to my